Hello, welcome back to Hey Miss Kelda. I'm Kelda Lane Poynott. And today's question is, will it take all day to homeschool? No, it will not take you all day to homeschool. So coming from it from a little bit different perspective, if it is taking you all day to homeschool, then we'll examine that in a few minutes. But as far as those of you who are just curious about homeschooling, for the amount of time that you're probably spending on elementary and middle school homework, you could be homeschooling your children. So if you're spending 2 to 3 hours every single evening um, trying to do their homework, trying to get them through, studying and preparing and getting all of that done, that's you could really be homeschooling your children earlier in the day when everybody's fresher and you don't have someone else telling you exactly what has to be taught or in what way it needs to be learned. So, it will not take you all day to homeschool your children. But I do want to say a couple of things. One, our family had to figure out what the best time for homeschooling was. So for us, it was between 9 and noon. 8 to 12, 9 to 12, somewhere in that range, we were all good to go. For some families, depending on their schedule and their routines, afternoon works out really well for them. Maybe mom works in the morning, maybe mom and dad work night shifts, something like that, so that afternoons are when they are all awake and that's when the house is functioning and that's when they choose to do school. Now, for those of you who are homeschooling and it is taking you all day to homeschool, I think a couple of things you might want to go back and re-examine. One is, are you giving your students too much work at one time? Is it a subject that they don't really like the book or the way that's being presented and you're fighting and there are tears and it's just a constant battle? Because if that's going on, then you probably need to reevaluate the curriculum that you're using. For our family, if it was really frustrating, I didn't hesitate to change curriculums even in the middle of the year if it's truly not working and it's a fight, because it just shouldn't be that way. Now, if you have a child that has special needs, or maybe they have some attitude issues, or they're just generally disgruntled, then that's probably a family dynamic or a parenting issue that needs to be addressed. And it's not homeschooling, it's a parenting issue, it's a family issue. It's not something that it needs you need to change the book or you need to change the video or whatever that you're using to educate your children. So be very observant about why it might be taking you too long, or maybe taking longer than you expect it to take. And some children just move slower. Some students learn at a different pace than what might be recommended. So you might need to make some adjustments to what you're demanding of them for each day's assignment. With that being said, when it comes to homeschooling and our time and the way and the flow of our day, our academics, our math and language arts and reading and those sorts of subjects are really what I condensed in a shorter period of time during the day. And the other parts, the read alouds, the art, the computer, the drill and practice things, those were just done through in different timings. So maybe they did do their independent reading in the afternoon while the baby napped. Maybe they did their chores early in the morning and wanted to do school in the afternoon. High schoolers are a whole different ball game, and for them, they might really like doing their schoolwork in the middle of the night and not in the normal hour days. Or maybe they have jobs during the day and they do their homework and their assignments in the evening. So there are lots of different answers to this question, but it should not take you but just a few hours a day to actually homeschool your children. When I was a classroom teacher and I had a 50-minute period with my middle schoolers, I had 10 minutes of actual new teaching every single day. The rest of the 50-minute period was administrative duties, taking attendance, checking homework, reviewing the days before's assignment, discipline things, rowdiness, trying to keep everybody on task. So new material, I averaged 10 to 15 minutes a day. So if you already know that your child can do what we did yesterday in math, and you move on to the new assignment and you cover that assignment, it might take you 15, 20 minutes to do an assignment with your elementary aged child with math. And if he can do it, thank you, we move on to the next thing. So you don't need to do 30 problems if you already know they can do 10 proficiently. and you've watched him and you know it and he knows it and you can move on to the next thing. I'm not saying speed through it. I'm just saying that you don't need to spend an entire hour doing every single subject. And for most of us, we really can't attend that long without new material or getting very distracted in the moment. So I hope that's helped you. And if you would like to find out where I'm on Patreon. That's where all of my educational videos are. And you can also find me at Facebook and Amazon, and you can email me at keldapoint@gmail.com. So, thank you.